I don't know how is it for you, but on my business, creating content is one of those things that take me the most time. I used to spend hours and hours looking for content, creating content and editing all the time. And I'm not even talking about the time that I would spend scrolling, looking for ideas, and the time that I waste on my mind, just like thinking that I have to create content. Not having a content batching system was a massive energy leak for me in my business. Not only the time that I used to spend creating content, editing and all that, but the time I would waste on my mind thinking about ideas, and it was all over the place. So when I added YouTube to my content system, it started to get very heavy and I struggled a lot. So I came up with a system that I use now and that works really well for me, is what I call the garden content system. So this analogy comes from flowers and a garden. As you can see, I love plants. I'm obsessed with plants. And this is how I see the content system is like a garden. So you can imagine you're a big tree in a garden. Every garden has a tree, and the big tree is your long form of content, and the flowers are the short form content like Reels, TikTok, Twitter, like things that are really short and sweet. On my content system, my big tree is my YouTube. So this is the content that I spend the most time to plan, to script, to do all the things. And instead of just like creating this content and then go to Instagram and creating fresh content there and fresh content on my TikTok and fresh content on my newsletter everywhere, I was going to go crazy because I don't have a team. So if you have a team, fine, you can do that. But if you don't have a team, you're gonna burn yourself out creating content if you are not careful. And that's why I decided to create this system based on my YouTube video for the week. So basically I post one video a week on my YouTube channel, one newsletter a week every Tuesday, which is the Freedom Club, is also what I consider a long form content. And I also post short form content. When I say short form, is Instagram, is TikTok, and this is it for me. This is a system that you can easily apply on your business. You don't need to have the same platforms as I have. All you need is to have a long form content and use that as your pillar for all the other types of content during that week. And I'm gonna break it down, my 4-day content batching system. This is how I create, edit, schedule, do everything, my content for the entire month in 4 days. And I'm not saying full 4 days. Some days are busier, some days I'm not as busy, but I take 4 days to do all that, and this saves me over 20 hours each week. Before we go to this step-by-step batching system, I use Notion to organize all my content, all my systems and everything, and I use like everything in the same place, and that helps me a lot. So I'm gonna show you how I do that using Notion, but you can use any tool that you already use. This is very easy to implement on your own business. This content batching system, as I said, is divided in 4 days, and I completely block my calendar for these 4 days to do only that, because first of all, it's a lot depending on how many channels you have, and it's a lot. You're gonna be tired, so make sure you are rested. Make sure you block this to your calendar, because you won't be able to do like so many other things together with it. So day 1 is all about outlining everything and writing down all your ideas and scripts. So I don't know which tool you use right now. I don't know if it's Airtable, Notion, Google Agenda. I don't know what you use. Doesn't matter. Just make sure you add this to a calendar or write down this somewhere. I like to use Notion. So what I do, I go to my calendar, my Notion calendar, my social media calendar, and I start adding all my ideas to that specific date that I want to post. So I have a cadence for my content, which is one video for YouTube. This is going to depend on your strategy. So on my case, I post one YouTube video, one newsletter, sometimes 3 to 4 Instagram posts. One of them maybe is a carousel or reel, and I like to post on TikTok as well, but TikTok is more organic. I don't plan a lot for TikTok. So this is it. This is my system. So this normally takes me around 4 to 5 hours to outline everything. You don't need to write the captions. You don't need to write everything in detail. It's just write the idea and just like add some bullet points with everything that you want to add on that content. So let's say when I had this idea for this content batching video, I just wrote there the content system that saves me a lot of time during the week, and what I want to add. I want to add a breakdown for each day. That's it. This is an outline. And I also, for YouTube videos only, I add the scripts because I have to do research. I have to, see what I want to add. If there is links that I'm going to be using, I like to do all this research previously so I can go to day 2. Day 2 is for recording. So it's a recording day, filming day. Block that in your calendar, get ready, get your outfit, get different outfits so you don't look exactly the same on every single video. So plan your scenario, plan everything before if you can. So you're gonna take that day to film. And this is by far for me the most tiring day because it takes a lot of energy. You're gonna speak a lot. You're going to, you're gonna feel very tired afterwards. So if you can, plan before, save as much time as you need, like plan your outfit, simple things like this, so you don't have to, spend a lot of energy doing all the things on that specific day. You can also, depending on how many videos you have to record, normally I record 4 YouTube videos in a day, and I also record a few videos here and there for Instagram, and I like to create the designs as well. So if I'm not able to create the designs on the same day, in day 2, I push them forward because they don't take me a lot of time anyway. So day 3 is for writing captions and video editing. So writing captions, I normally do that in the morning because my brain's fresh, and to be honest, I don't invest a lot of time in my captions, in descriptions and things like that because I invest most of my energy in the video. So what I do, I use a lot of Notion AI to get that content that I already have in my Notion, all the information that I've researched, the topics that I talked about in the video. You can use Notion AI or ChatGPT and give them the information and ask them to write some captions for you. And of course, you're not going to use exactly what they give it to you. You are going to add your own voice, your brand voice and everything, but this saves me a lot of time. So it doesn't take me that long, but I prefer to do that in the morning when my brain is fresh and rested. And in the afternoon, I dedicate that to video editing. I don't do a lot of video editing anymore. Thank God I found a good editor now for my videos, and I send a few videos to him. So the harder videos that are longer, they have like more things that I want to add, I normally send it to him. And videos that are simpler to edit, like tutorials and things that doesn't need a lot of editing, I edit them myself. And this is it for day 3. Day 4 is for scheduling. Is that day that you're gonna grab everything you've done and you're gonna schedule everything. I like to schedule in the app. So depending on which app you're using. If I'm using Instagram, I like to schedule using Meta. So I tried some softwares, paid softwares before, but I didn't like it. I had a lot of problems like with the scheduling tool. So I prefer to use Meta Suite. I think this is how it's called. and I schedule my newsletters. I write my newsletters every Tuesday, and I also try to schedule my YouTube videos. My YouTube videos are something that take a lot of time because every time I send a video, I also send an email to my newsletter telling them about the video with a short things like with the biggest takeaways of the video. And so I send this email, and sometimes I also like to add a blog post to my website so I can leverage the SEO of something that I already created. So I try to do that as well, and this is it. So I schedule everything, and sometimes if I was in that case that I told you about when I'm not able to create the designs in day 2, I do whatever is left on day 4. So I finish the design, I proof check everything, and then I schedule and I take a day off. This is very important. So once you finish, don't start a new project straight away. Don't start, doing so many things straight away. Of course, if you are able to, what I like to do is to give myself a day off after all this sprint, because I feel very tired afterwards. So I only do like light work, admin work, and sometimes I don't work at all, so I can recharge my energy. But it's well worth it, because you don't have to think about, oh my god, what I'm gonna post today, what I'm going to post next week, oh my god, I have a campaign going on, I have to hit this sales goal, but I have no idea what I'm gonna post. And all this pressure really stresses me out, and it also affects my content. So my content, it's something that I really want to dedicate more time into this year on my business, my YouTube. I have to prioritize this, and this is a sacrifice that you need to do, like block 4 days in your calendar to get this done for the entire month. It's completely life-changing. And when I do that, even though it takes a lot of work when you're working on it, it's so worth it, because the rest of the month you can focus on your clients, you can focus on your offers, you can improve your courses, you can, give the attention to your business instead of be like working on like thinking about ideas, content, all that. So yes, this is it for this video. If you had any insights, any takeaways from this video, make sure you subscribe and smash the like button. This really helps me to grow my channel and keep bringing videos like this for you. And if you want a Notion template where you can organize your own content, your business content, everything in one place, I have an all-in-one life and business template where you can organize this, and I'll leave the link in the description. It's the same template that I use to organize my life, my business, and my content. And if you need any help at all, just message me. I'm on Instagram, and I hope you like this video. I hope I see you next time, and have a lovely day. Bye.